let's acknowledge the fact that I still haven't cleaned up this bed or did anything in it. But with all that said, look at these beautiful tulips and magnolia together. Don't they make just the most wonderful combination? I mean, look at this color. I think they play out so well together, don't they? The purple over here of the tulip with the little bit of purple in the magnolia, and the edging of white or light pink in there. It's just, oh, absolutely stunning together. Of course, it's gonna look so much better after we are done cleaning it up. I'm also going to be getting some wood chips from woodchipdrop.com pretty soon. I haven't put my name in there yet, but I will very soon so that I can get some wood chips because I have a lot of mulching to do in our garden, and we have tons of spaces that need to be mulched, and buying mulch can be pretty expensive. So if you are looking for a free route to get some mulch in, woodchipdrop.com is great. And from my understanding, according to Jim Putnam, if you watch his channel, if you do give them a little bit of a tip, they will show up at your doorstep first before they show up at anyone's doorstep. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm also going to get my microphone, get ready, do all that stuff, and then we'll get back here and start working on this bed. It's going to be a little bit later in the day when I do that because I have some stuff that I need to do right now, and I'll get back to you when it's time to start working on this bed. Oh, and before I forget, I do want to give you a little bit of a nursery update also once we are done working on this bed. So stay tuned to see how things are looking in the nursery so far. You thought I was done, but I wasn't. I thought I was done too, but I forgot to tell you that we are also going to be doing some planting, which is really important. I haven't thought about what I'm going to be planting in here, but we'll think about it together, look through the nursery, see what is available for me to plant, and it's going to be all the things that I'm not going to be selling because either they don't look so good, or it's because I grew them simply for myself. Okay, I'm back, but I wanted to show you something that looks really good right now. Look at this. Doesn't this look so amazing? And look at the cherry trees behind it also. They're in full bloom right now. Even that one right there is blooming. And I just love how everything is looking right now. Unfortunately, a lot of the tulips still have the tulip fire, so I'm gonna have to pull them after they are done blooming. I just want to enjoy the blooms right now. I'm going to keep the ones that are okay, but the phlox is going to look very full and beautiful very soon, and I'm just super excited about that. All the fruit trees have bloomed. This one, it doesn't have as many blooms on it, the nectarine, as it did last year. Let me bring you closer to show you the blooms on it. But I love the blooms on this nectarine tree. Look at these blooms. Aren't they just so sweet? Look at them. I love these blooms. And here, I'll give you a closer look also on the cherry trees. Look at them. Just so beautiful. I've unearthed the boxwoods from here. They got a lot of winter damage. They're still alive, all of them. But look at this. All this is winter damage, and the bottom is alive. Like if I pull these wood chips from around it, you'll see some green right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. There it is. It's alive. It just needs some time. Okay, now let's go take care of that flower bed over there. Oh, I just can't get over this combination between the tulips and the magnolia tree. Oh, I'm just loving it so much. But anyways, so we have the roses over here. We're going to be cutting them back. These are knockout roses. They're kind of like in between red and pink color. And we also have to cut back all of the perennials. So I have here some Shasta daisies that need to be cut back, phlox that need to be cut back. I did what I told you guys not to do, and I let them grow. You can see now it's going to be a little bit difficult to cut them back, but I think I probably can just pull all this growth without using any pruning shears or anything like that because they're easy to break. And I also have some lavender right here that I need to cut back Now you see all these rocks right here were there because they were holding some cardboard down to stop the weeds from growing for a while until I was able to get some wood chips. I'm actually going to keep them right here. I'm not going to do any weeding because I'm thinking I probably am going to need to put down some cardboard down here again so that I can put the wood chips on top of it, because if you look closely, you'll see tons and tons and tons of weeds. I mean, look at this. How many weeds can you fit in 1 square inch? It's insane. But here's a closer look at these tulips. I will flash the name of these tulips on the screen. I forgot the name, I'm sorry. I'm terrible with names, but I'll look at my video and see what variety of tulips these were. I'm just loving them so much. I forgot, we also have here some Siberian irises that we need to cut back as well. I think this is it. I've already cut back the lupins last fall. We are going to fertilize after we cut everything back, just to give everything some good food, especially the tulips. I want to make sure to fertilize the magnolia tree as well. The Shasta daisies, I think I will fertilize because they tend to have chlorosis if I don't fertilize them. And the phlox can go with or without fertilization. It does really well in our area. I rarely ever fertilize it. When I do, it grows really tall and it's lush and beautiful. And when I don't, it doesn't grow as tall, but it's still lush and beautiful. So let's get to work. I'm not going to go over how to prune the roses. I've already talked about it in several videos. I've also made a video specifically on pruning roses, and I'll link that in the description box below and at the end of this video, and probably in the iCards over here. I'm just going to power through this because I just want to get it done, and I want to get to planting. I'm super excited about planting. I can't wait for things to start looking lush and beautiful and filling up in the garden. So let's just get this out of the way and get to planting. Okay, so what we are going to do is I'm going to record myself talking, telling you about the stats of these plants, because I'm going to read them off of the screen of my phone, and I use my phone to record these videos because I cannot remember for the life of me the stats on these plants. It's just so difficult to remember all these numbers. So I'm going to show you the footage of these plants, what they look like, and tell you about them. But then we are going to come back over here and I'm going to show you the plant placement that I've chosen for this area over here. And then we are going to get to planting and fertilizing. The first plant that I've chosen is this geranium Maverick Pink, or F1 Pink. It typically reaches a height of 14 to 16 inches and a spread of 12 to 14 inches. And it has a beautiful, beautiful color. The next plant that I've chosen is the Blue Monday Salvia, and it typically grows to a height of 1 to 2 feet and a width of 9 to 12 inches. So not super wide, but it does grow pretty tall. And the last plant that I have over here is the Royal Carpet Alyssum. This is one of my favorite alyssums of all, and it grows to a height of 3 to 6 inches and spreads to a width of 10 to 14 inches. It does not look like much over here right now, but if you can see what I have over here, I have the Maverick Pink geranium in the front over here, creating this row right there. And then in between them in the back a little bit, you can see right there, I have the Blue Monday Salvia. I also placed some of the salvia in between the roses just to kind of bring that blue a little bit back into the background. And I put one right there also just to extend it a little bit over that way. And then on this side over here, I placed another blue salvia right behind the rose right there, or next to it. Another one right in front of it right there, because the Maverick Pink geranium continues over this way. And then I got the Sweet Alyssum, Royal Carpet Alyssum. Again, this is my favorite kind of alyssum. Now these don't look super hot, but the ones that you've just seen, they are doing great. But you know, when you start plants from seed, some of them do great and some of them don't. So these over here are not looking super great right now, but they will look good in a little bit. Once we plant them, fertilize them, they're gonna look really good. So I placed them pretty close together because they don't grow super wide. I mean, I don't know, did I say 14 inches, 10 to 14 inches wide or something like that, 12 to 14 inches? I can space these two over here a little bit farther apart from each other, but I wanted them to go a little bit into the back like that and create a little bit of a river, right, reaching right into the salvia right there, and then kind of undulate over this way. Now I'm not sure what I'm going to be planting in this section over here, but I think I'm going to be planting some perennials. And maybe if I feel like these geraniums are a little bit too far apart from each other, I may bring some of the blue mink ageratum and plant them in between them. It's blue. I think it will match the salvia's blue. It has a beautiful foliage on it also. It's kind of in between glossy and matte at the same time. It has like a little bit of a fuzzy leaf. Beautiful, beautiful foliage, and the flowers on it are gorgeous as well. And it doesn't grow super tall either. So I thought it will be nice to put it in the front next to the geranium if I need something to tuck right in between them. They grow about the same height as the geranium and same width. So I think this looks pretty good so far. You know, this is the first area that we see over here when we get into this area right there. So I think it's really important to get this area right here all nice and pretty, and then we'll worry about that side over there and maybe the back a little bit. I don't know, the back isn't that seen that much, but I still have to plant it because I don't want any weeds in there. I'm not sure what to do there, so I'm gonna leave it for now. But for now, this is what we're doing. I'm sorry, I did all this talk without even turning my microphone on. With all the turning on and off of my microphone, I forgot when it's on and when it's off. But anyways, I hope you guys heard me well. I hope there wasn't much interference. There's a lot happening right now. The weather is nice. It's 70 degrees. I feel kind of hot because it was kind of cold in the day, in the morning, and it was raining. Anyways, so right now, let's get to planting and get these babies in the ground. Just like that, we are done. I totally forgot to fertilize that Weigela and I ran out of fertilizer, so I'll grab some more and fertilize it. But don't you think it's gonna look so good? I am super excited and I can't wait for these plants to put on some growth. We're gonna see how they're gonna do over here. I think they're gonna look so beautiful in here, and I just love it so much. It looks so nice right now. I know there are weeds in here. I pulled as I planted and as I cleared up the area, as much weeds as I could, but like I have mentioned, I'm going to be getting some wood chips and put down some cardboard, just lay down the wood chips on top, because there are lots of baby weeds in here, tons of them, and it's going to be really difficult if I don't do something right now. But we are not done. Hold on. I have promised you that I'm going to give you an update on the nursery and show you what's happening right now. So let's go ahead and let me show you what are the changes that have been done and all the exciting things that are going to be happening soon. Just look at it. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. There's still tons to be potted up, of course. I've already started putting stuff on Facebook Marketplace and people are coming and buying, and
getting tons of messages, so that's super exciting. But yeah, it's so nice. I'm going to be potting up a whole bunch of stuff very soon. And right there I have all the perennials. Over here I have all the annuals. And right over here, this is my stash. So we're going to be potting up over here. And for now, I just have this plastic table right here. I think this works fine for now, but I really want to build a nice potting bench, you know, nice enough to work on. It's not going to be super fancy. I just need it to be good for me to work on, but I want it to be big and wide so that I can pot up tons of stuff at the same time, and big pots and all of that. Yeah, but all this is going to be going in the ground. So you guys, we have a lot of planting to do. So stay tuned for that because I have a lot. And there's also some in here. So like anything that's not doing good in here, I'm going to be planting in our own garden. I didn't separate them yet. I've taken some of the sweet alyssums from here. As you have seen, the royal carpet alyssum right here look really good. So I'm leaving those, not touching them. And right there also I have some perennials that I actually grew for myself. So some of them I'm not going to be selling, and I just need to separate those, but they all need to be potted up in here. So yeah, I'm just super excited. So we have lots of space in here to fill. Oh, doesn't that look so nice? I mean, look at it. It just looks so nice and so exciting. One more thing, I mean, look at this apple tree. This is a columnar apple tree. Sorry about the shaking. And I love it over here. I have some compost bags that need to go in the vegetable garden, but this looks so nice and it smells magnificent. Look at this. Isn't this amazing? Do you guys remember what this used to look like? It was horrendous. Yeah. So I cut down a whole bunch of trees. My husband actually showed me how to use the chainsaw, and I was super excited about that and nervous at the same time. But I was able to cut all the trees that I needed to cut down. We still have a bunch to cut down, but I'm leaving those right now. I'm not touching them. And there's this one right there that looks super sketchy, but I don't know how to tackle that. So I'm gonna need my husband's help on that. Also right there, that tarp, I'm receiving some potting soil. It's a mixture of bark mulch and compost that's going to be used for potting up all these beauties over there. So that is super exciting. So just imagine this is going to be all planted right there. It's going to look beautiful. And over here I'm going to have some display tables for whenever I have like big day sales. And yeah, super exciting. Things are moving forward. We got things planted and we got the bed ready for summer. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time in your own garden and I wish you all a successful gardening season. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again in the next video. If you are new here, also hit that subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications of whenever I upload new videos. Because we have a lot to do over here and it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to share it all with you guys. Bye!
This is the next morning and I just received this load of Hody mulch, it's called. And it's a mixture of hardwood mulch, I think, bark mulch, and compost. And it looks so good. It looks like it makes the perfect potting soil. I think though I may have to add some perlite to it. Oh, the color on this is so weird. My hand. Look at this. What is happening here? Anyway, so I think that I'm gonna need to add probably some perlite to it just to add in drainage. But I think overall I'm very happy with it, and it's gonna be so nutrient rich for the plants. I think they're gonna love it. And here's another look at them. Look at that. Look at this. It's so exciting. This is my first day of running the plant stand, basically my opening day, and a lot of the tomatoes are gone. I had to replenish them. Basically all the sweet 100s are gone, and the wind has been relentless, and it was raining the whole morning, so it was pretty terrible. My husband and I got all this ready. He helped me out with everything. I got this portable gazebo over here for the checkout area, and I built this table last night with a crooked leg right there. I gotta fix that leg. I just messed up a little bit on that. I had to use the chainsaw on that leg because the tool I was using got hot and that messed up that leg, so I'll fix it later. But I'm overall happy with this table. This is my first time building anything like this. I would say I'd give myself a B minus. But I can fix that, no problem. But it looks like so far from my first day experience is that not a lot of people went for the perennials and these annuals right here, but everyone went for the tomatoes, and maybe like one person got one of these ageratums and another lady got 3 of the geraniums. Yeah, and I've made all of these tags right here with the prices on them just to help people, give them some information. The only thing I didn't make the tags for, because I totally did not remember that I actually had that plant, was the pink zonal geranium. I'm gonna keep it laying down so that wind doesn't break it and make it fall. And I forgot to bring out the basil earlier in the morning when everyone was coming, but it's all right. I mean, this is the first day, it's still cold over here. I actually have to bring the tomatoes back inside and the basil, and I'm going to leave everything in here with exception to the gazebo. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to put these plants right here under the table along with the kale that's right there, because it's just leaning over and I don't want it to get blown in the wind. So I think I'll just put it all under this table and take down the gazebo. I've also had these boxes here just to hand out to people when they were bringing the plants, to buying plants, and that worked out well. But overall, I've had a good experience. It's, you know, it's the first day. It was a slow day. In the beginning it was pretty fast and then it just slowed down, but I'm hoping for better results in the next week when I'm open again. However, throughout the week I have been getting appointments with people, so it's not like this is the only day that I've been selling. And look at these tags, aren't they so pretty? I designed a template and I've been making all the tags like that. The only thing I forgot to make tags for was the basil and the pink zonal geranium. Also made these parking signs and I put them over here in the gravel area. Got 2 of them right there. This way I figured the people would know when they come in that this is where they can park. Originally I wanted to put the gazebo in here and the tables, one over here and one over there. But it's been so wet. It's been raining for 2 weeks straight and the ground is super soggy, so we just didn't want people to be walking in the mud and everything. But I think next time, if the weather is nicer, that's probably where I'm going to set up everything. They can still park because there's going to be enough space for them to park over there. But I think that would just look nicer. In general, it's more aesthetically pleasing, and then they would have over here on this side a lot of space to also park if they need to. This right here worked out for the first time. I'm happy with the results. I just want a better experience, I think. I mean, it was great, I think, but I want it to also look aesthetically pleasing.